Hi, I'm Nicole Vincent. I'm the Chief Commissioner of Scouts Northern Territory, Australia. Given the positive branding around Scouts and the life skills youth from 5 to 25 gain through their experience with Scouts, Motor Trades Association linked with Scouts Northern Territory, and when we put in the joint venture for the grant, it was successful, and we feel that is based on that good branding that Scouts in Australia and right around the world have. Just doing their Cert 1 automotive meant that they had to deconstruct and then reconstruct a car. This enabled them then to have a go at motor car night experiences, mud racing, and several participated in the Fink and the Classic Outback Trial.
Fink's a race down in Alice Springs, nearly 500 kilometres through the desert across 2 days, and it's the most insane off-road event that you find in Australia at the moment. I'm Sean and I'm the NTBRC chair. MotoScouts helped us build the car down in Alice Springs, helped us put it together, along with the help of Bryce Forward, and we competed alongside some really top-level international competitors. Everybody was just so happy to see that there was some young involvement in the sport that doesn't necessarily come from a well-known family, and just getting people involved and happy with the event, and particularly some local Alice Springs kids that I guess not necessarily been exposed to the Fink as a participant. They'd seen the event and been aware that it was happening and the town's thriving on that weekend, but they hadn't had a chance to like dip a toe in the water and jump into the sport and be involved in it. It definitely showed them a pathway that they could pursue if they were interested, and that it is a sport that isn't for the rich and famous, but also for the local people that want to have a go and get out there and do it. And the desert really doesn't matter how much money you got, it's the same track and it's the same challenges.
More than 50% came through at the end of the program, many of them gaining employment or apprenticeships or other education endeavours. All youth participants were given a full medical health check. This included eyes and ears, and this helped identify a couple of youth that required glasses, which we provided through the program to enable them to have a more successful outcome. We also did financial literacy, cross-cultural work and work experience throughout the program. The youth that participated, whether they completed their Cert 1 in automotive or not, they all achieved their white card, which allows them to go on building sites, construction induction. They all gained first aid certificates. They were taught basic skills in the kitchen, how to make breakfast or lunch, which some of these kids, being disadvantaged, don't have that availability. So that was a skill that they learned through the program. They also got to participate in the Scout program on a weekly basis.
I'm Isabella Mayru. I am Branch Youth Advisor Youth Program. I've been doing Scouts for about 9 years now. It's really helped me to grow as a person, have all these amazing experiences that I never would have been able to have. I think it's one of a kind experience that's helped me. I've got some really amazing friends that I never would have got to engage with or even meet without Scouts. Some of my best friends I've met through Scouting. I treasure that.
My name's Kayla Hargrave. I'm the Branch Youth Advisor for Youth Empowerment for Scouts Centre. Well, one of the activities the MotoScouts youth got to participate in was bushwalking. And as a Scout, that's something I've done through the 6 years that I've been in Scouts, and it's such a great opportunity to learn by doing. Skills like working as a team, communication, figuring out what do we have to pack, that kind of prior planning that, again, is learning skills without having to be taught it in a classroom. And that's something that's super engaging, especially for people and disadvantaged youth that don't work well in classroom settings, because teaching one way isn't for everyone. And by engaging with recreational activities like we do in Scouts, they're able to learn through different ways and ways that are more fun. Everyone loves bushwalking, and you get to get out into the outdoors. Having these new experiences and learning by doing is a much more engaging way than learning in a classroom.
When they're doing all these activities, they're learning these skills, they're probably without even realising they're learning by doing. They're participating in bushwalks and all of these things that they probably never would have been able to, and they're being able to gain those life experiences. Being able to develop even logical thinking behind planning for contingencies, and just being able to like do risk assessments and stuff like that, like looking at things from like how can we prevent things from happening, or what can we do to make this activity be the best it can be, and like even just reviewing on that and being able to develop it for future events. Being able to apply that, like if I'm planning things for work or school and stuff like that, it just makes it a lot easier to have that already that experience in it.
Scouts NT has retained ownership of most of the gear for MotoScouts, and that's been MotoScouts has been able to put back into scouting and provide a huge benefit in gear. We've been able to run activities like abseiling, paddle boarding, extra canoeing. We still retain ownership of the cars, so that's an area that we're trying to pursue as well. It's provided Scouts and NT the ability to participate in sports that we never would have before. People have joined Scouts and MotoScout program at different ages and stages of lives and from different backgrounds, and Scouts and MotoScouts has provided an opportunity for people from vastly different backgrounds to jump in and be friends and be able to participate in the same activities. And there's no discrimination of where you come from or what you've done, and it's just about jumping in and having fun and learning similar skills and being part of the same family.
I've definitely become more confident talking with adults and being in leadership roles, delegating communication, and I know particularly with my work, like I've been able to engage better as a team member, help other people out, and just communicate more effectively in different roles. And communication is such an important skill, and they can then apply that in the workforce or within their communities to kind of boost their own confidence in that they can then voice their opinions and create change.